Craven calm, the passengers, a short horror story. The rain didn't fall in Blackwood Creek, it hammered. Arthur sat in his idling truck at the edge of the woods, the headlights cutting weak yellow tunnels into the downpour. He was a recovery specialist, a polite term for a guy who found things people didn't want the police to know were lost. Tonight's job was a silver briefcase. The GPS tracker led him to a clearing where an old, rusted-out school bus sat swallowed by vines. The discovery. Arthur stepped inside the bus. The air smelled of wet upholstery and something metallic. He found the briefcase sitting on the driver's seat, pristine and dry. As he reached for it, his flashlight flickered. In the brief strobe of light, he saw them, the passengers. They were shadows, darker than the night outside, seated in every row. They didn't have faces, just smooth, reflective surfaces where features should be. Arthur froze. He'd seen a lot of things, but he hadn't seen a crowd that didn't breathe. The rule of the road. He grabbed the case and turned to leave, but the folding doors of the bus hissed shut with a pneumatic groan that shouldn't have been possible in a vehicle without an engine. The shadow in the front row stood up. It pointed a long, shimmering finger at the coin slot next to the driver's seat. Exact change, a dozen voices whispered at once, echoing inside Arthur's skull. No one rides for free. Arthur fumbled in his pockets. He found a quarter, 2 dimes, and a nickel. He dropped them into the slot. Clink, clink, clink. The doors stayed shut. The fare has gone up, the voices hissed. The price. Arthur looked at the briefcase. He opened it, hoping for cash, but it was filled with old black and white Polaroids, hundreds of them. He spilled them onto the floor. Every photo was of him. Arthur as a child. Arthur at his wedding. Arthur sitting in his truck 5 minutes ago. The last photo was different. It showed Arthur sitting in the back of this very bus, his face a smooth, featureless mask of shadow. The passenger reached out and touched Arthur's cheek. The skin there went cold, colder than ice, and Arthur felt his features beginning to slide, his nose and mouth smoothing over like melting wax. The doors finally hissed open. Arthur stumbled out into the rain, gasping, clutching his face. He scrambled into his truck and looked in the rearview mirror. He breathed a sigh of relief. His face was still there. He was whole. He looked down at the passenger seat. The silver briefcase was gone. In its place was a single damp Polaroid. It was a picture of the bus driving away into the woods. In the very back window, a man was pressing his hands against the glass. He had Arthur's face, and he was screaming.